The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And sometimes I need to remember to download the latest baseball patch before we start a new series. Hi there, my right. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for the 16th day of June, 2022. We go back to August 9th, 1985, a Friday night in Montreal for the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Montreal Expos. The Expos are in second place in the National League East, 9.5 games behind the St. Louis Cardinals. The Pirates are just killing time until the Steelers get their 1985 season off the ground at 48-56. The Expos 61-46. Now, for some inexplicable reason, the AI used today's Pirates starter for 7 pitches yesterday in a single ball game after no one pitched for 2 days because of the strike. And so Rick Russell got scratched from his start, because even if you do change the expected pitch count to something more reasonable, such as 100, he's going to pitch tired. He's not going to throw his 100 pitches. So Jim Wynn, W-I-N-N, gets a start for the Pirates. He's not very good. He'll get you 100 pitches. He's not scheduled to start for a while. It doesn't mess up the rest of the rotation. Yada, yada, yada. So we start this one kind of already behind the 8 ball. For the Expos, it's Bryn Smith, and we brought him a supply of Fritos for you. He is looking for his 9th win of the year. It pretty much is a kind of a Dave Stieb in reverse. Of course, Stieb had a great year in Toronto, earned run-wise, average-wise, but a win-loss record of 14-13 towards the end. Bryn Smith kind of the opposite, and we'll get to that in a minute. So the last game of the week, as we got stuff going on tomorrow, so on this Thursday afternoon, let's go to Montreal for the Pirates and the Expos. Next, as Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 1985. Today from the Olympic Stadium, or Stade Olympique, in Montreal, Quebec. It is the Montreal Expos and the Pittsburgh Pirates. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation of replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. You see, I was already raring to go and had Bryn Smith's stats up and everything when I noticed that Russell only had 20 pitches. Oh, goodness gracious, Buffy St. Marie. Bryn Smith making his 22nd start of the year. He's 8-6 with a 2.86 ERA, which is better than his 18-5 and 2.91 in real life, but he's not really going to win 18 games with those numbers. Again, kind of like Dave Stieb and his around 2.5 ERA with a win-loss record of 14-13. Smith has pitched well against the Pirates in 2 previous starts. 13 innings, 13 hits, 5 runs, all earned. A walk, or 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. He's 1-1 with an earned run average of 346. In fact, his last start was a win against the Pirates in Pittsburgh in an 11-2 effort. 7 innings, 104 pitches, 5 hits, 1 run, a solo homer as a matter of fact. No walks and 2 strikeouts. So overall for Smith, 154 in the 3rd innings, 141 hits. 60 runs, 49 of those earned. 12 homers. He's walked 24 and struck out 90. He is 30 years old, a fastball ground ball pitcher at 85. And it does not give his one-loss record at home, which is what I was looking for here. That's pretty amazing. It pretty much keeps track of everything else. Oh, yeah. It's ERA at home, a 2.51 at home, and a 3.16 on the road. So this will be the lineup that Smith will face. Joe Orsulak in left field will lead off. Poor old Johnny Ray. He'll bat second and play second. Bill Madlock, only hitting .235, is at third. He'll bat third. Jason Thompson cleans up at first. Brown in right will bat fifth. Tony Pena behind the plate will go sixth. Marvell Wynn in center field will bat seventh. Sammy Khalifa at short will bat eighth. And Wynn, getting the emergency start for Russell, will bat ninth and should throw about 100 pitches. Defensively for Montreal, Timmy Raines a 5 and a 9 in left. Herm Winningham a 6 and a 5 in center. Andre Dawson a 7 and a 7 in right. Timmy Wallach is a 9 at third. Hubie Brooks a 4 at short. U.L. Washington and the Toothpick is a 3 at second. And Terry Francona is a 4 at first. Mike Fitzgerald having a good year. I mean, it's hard to replace a Hall of Famer, but that's what Fitzgerald did with Gary Carter as a 6 and a 5, and Bryn Smith as a 7 with a 9.11 fielding percentage. Orsulak steps in at 312, 3 triples and 17 RBIs. And we start on a Thursday with a bunt. Fitzgerald throws to UL Washington, covering 1 out. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Here's Johnny Ray at 295, 6 homers, and 38 RBI. I think I've had Pittsburgh on once. Either the taped game or the Tuesday game, by the way, live, will be the Yankees and the Red Sox. Ray, ground ball to third. Wallach picks it up. He's such a good fielder. Throws to Francona. Johnny's hustling, and Ray is out on a bang-banger. Nicely done by Tim Wallach. So 2 out for Bill Madlock. 235, 6 homers, and 52 RBI. Smith just kind of cruising here through the first. Madlock in the left. Mikey82, how are you? Timmy Raines is there. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. Pirates go in order. Bottom 1, no score. So I really can't tell you all that much about Jim, or Mikey 1962. Can't tell you all that much about Jim Wynn. On the replay, he's pitching well. 3-0 with 2 saves and a 1.81 ERA. He's won all of his 3 decisions. He has started 1 game against the Expos. 4th appearance overall, 13 1/3 innings, 9 hits. No runs, by the way, in that effort. 4 walks and 3 strikeouts. And no record. He pitched 5 1/3 last week on the 3rd at Three Rivers in an 11-2 loss, but none of that was pinned to him. 5 1/3 innings, 76 pitches, 4 hits, and 2 walks. So overall, Wynn, 26 years old, an extreme ground ball pitcher. Fastball tops out at 85. 59 2/3 innings for Jim. 47 hits, 13 runs, 12 earned, 2 homers. He has walked 26 and struck out 14, which might have been a deciding factor not to use him all that much in the rotation. Lineup for the Expos. Tim Raines leads off in left. UL Washington is at second. He'll bat second. Andre Dawson hits third and right field. Hubie Brooks cleans up at short. Terry Francona will bat fifth at first base. Tim Wallach at third will go sixth. Herm Winningham in center field will bat seventh. Mike Fitzgerald behind the plate goes eighth, and Bryn Smith in his 7-pitch effort will go ninth. He should throw about 125. Defensively for Pittsburgh, Joe Orsulak a 3 and a 9 in left. Marvell Wynn a 7 and a 6 in center. Brown a 2 and a 6 in right. Bill Madlock, not a great third baseman, a 3. Khalifa is a 7 at short. Johnny Ray a 6 at second. Jason Thompson a 5 at first. Tony Pena is a 9 and a 10 behind the plate. And Wynn is a 7 on the mound with a 1,000 fielding percentage. So Tony Pena, really the captain of this team. Raines at 303, 5 homers, 37 RBI, and 51 stolen bases. Timmy's going to lay one down here, and that's a beautiful bunt. Madlock's never going to get him. Never going to get him. So a bunt single to start the ball game. That'll bring up UL Washington. And there's no picture here for UL, but just think of a toothpick. 271, 2 homers, and 13 RBI. Let's see what Wynn does with Raines here before I send him. He throws to first, and Timmy is back with a vengeance. Pitch to Washington. No pitch out. Ground ball to Ray. They're going to try for 2. Khalifa for 1, and there's no throw to first. Well, there is, but it's late. So Raines is retired, and Washington, the slower runner, is on first. 1 out for Andre Dawson. Dawson at 239, 14 homers, 54 RBI. Not sure if I picked the 4th game for this week or not. We'll go through it after the ball game. Pitch to Dawson. Andre, left center field. Orsulak picks it up off the turf. Washington will hold at second. So it's first and second, 1 out for Hubie Brooks. Hubie at 256, 9 homers, and 41 RBI. No score, first inning here between the Expos and the Pirates. Pitch to Brooks. Ground ball right side. Brown will pick it up. Washington rounds third, but he will hold for Terry Francona. So they are loaded. Washington on third, Dawson second, Brooks first. Francona at 248, a homer, and 20 RBI. Wins deal. Francona, ground ball to short, might be 2. Khalifa to Ray for 1, but they're not going to get Francona as Brooks had the roll block slide. Washington will score, and it's 1-0 Montreal. So that'll bring up Wallach. Timmy at 281, had a monster year already, 21 homers and 66 RBI. Runners on the corners, and Wallach is hit. So Wallach gets nailed in the shoulder. Francona moves up to second. How you doing, Big Dave 1174? Winningham at the plate. Herm at 255. 3 homers and 17 RBI. So it's Dawson on third, Francona on second, Wallach on first. 2 out. Expos up 1-0. Pitch to Winningham. Herm swings. They're going to leave him loaded, aren't they? Wynn comes in. Marvell closes the glove and makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Expos leave them loaded. They do get a home 1, however, on 3 hits and no errors. After 1-0 Montreal. The Tour of Canada, or Tour de Canada, continues. So Thompson, Mike Brown, and Tony Pena to bat here in the second off of Smith. Jason at 240, 12 homers, and 44 RBI. Into right center, Winningham moves over, runs in, 1 out. Here's Mike Brown at 333, 2 homers and 4 RBI. He bunts that one off the glove of Bryn Smith. It was kind of an excuse me swing, and Smith, well, no one would confuse him of being Michel Larocque, goaltender for the Montreal Canadiens. And so Smith can't play it, and he won, and that brings up Tony Pena, 266, 2 homers, and 40 RBI. And Pena draws the walk, so Smith distracted after his fielding boo-boo, missed outside with a full count fastball. So Brown on second, Pena on first. Here's Marvell Wynn, 181, and that's why Marvell did not have a Hall of Fame career. 1 homer and 20 RBI. So the Pirates threatening here in the second. There's a ground ball to Brooks. Hubie can't make the play. He went to underhand it to Washington and realized that the ball had hit his shoulder. And so the Expos getting their fielding tips not from Tom Amansky, but from, what is it, Buttermaker, from the head coach of Chico's Bail Bonds. So 2 bad errors, and the Pirates have them loaded. They don't have a hit yet. So here's Sammy Khalifa. Sammy at 285, 2 homers and 10 RBI. Double play against the Expos out of the inning. Goodness gracious, Buffy St. Marie. Pitch to Khalifa. Fly ball right field. Dawson over by the pins. And that ball is foul. Somebody from Saint Jean de Richelieu made that catch. So the count is full. Smith from the stretch. Got him. He swung on and missed a full count fastball. Oops. And I got some message. Hold on. Yeah, it's a non-starter. All right. So here's Wynn, again, the emergency starter, because Rick's Russell pitched yesterday in a game that they didn't need to pitch in. Wynn at 143, 2 for 14 with an RBI, and with 2 out, he still has a chance to bring home 2 Pena, especially for a catcher. He's a speedy runner. He's a 7 out of 10 on the bases. Wynn, line drive to Wallach, and the Pirates are going to leave him loaded. We've left them loaded so far, so often, that Labatt is even jealous. No runs, no hits, and 2 errors. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Montreal. And that's the difference between a 60-win team and a 45-win team. The Expos managed to score 1 with the bases loaded. The Pirates couldn't. Mike Fitzgerald, 207, 5 homers and 26 RBI. Line drive to Khalifa, 1 out. So here's Bryn Smith swinging away, obviously. 222, a home run, and 3 RBI. Ground ball to Khalifa. Sam over to first. 2 out. For Timmy Raines, who singled to start the ball game. Wynn is opening 9, 29 pitches, inning in 2/3, 3 hits. But just the 1 run, and somehow that was earned. Well, they haven't committed an error yet. And that's right. D. Scott Howard for Olympia says, always leave them loaded. Thank you, Harry Carey. Pitch to Raines, who had a bunt single in the first. Right back up to Wynn, throws to first, and Raines is retired. So the Expos get nothing across here in the second. After 2, 1-0 Montreal. So Smith's opening 9 on 37 pitches. 2 innings, no hits. Worked out of a bases-loaded jam in the second. 2 errors and a walk. Orsulak 0 for 1. Francona and Wallach come in to play the bunt. Little ground ball to Francona, and Terry just trots back to the bag. 1 out. Here's Johnny Ray, 0 for 1. Smith winds and deals. Ground ball to Washington. The toothpick throws to first. 2 out. There's Bill Madlock. Well, you know, I mean, I think it's the second time, Todd, we've had the Pirates on. It's a Dave Gardner special. Dave asked me once, why don't you feature some of the more poor teams? And the answer is, because no one really wants to watch 2 teams that have no chance. The Expos, however, have climbed to the 9.5 of St. Louis. And so, while Jim Carrey says there's a chance, you got to do it. So, the Pirates. Pitch to Madlock. Right to Smith, off the mound, leaps, throws, and Madlock is out. Oh, a bang banger, and Madlock slams the helmet on the turf. He thought he beat it out. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the third here at Olympic Stadium, 1-0 Montreal. So here's UL Washington. He scored the lone run of the game. I've been watching the Cleveland franchises for years. What's your point? Well, if the Indians were my favorite team, or the Guardians, I knew what you said. And LeBron won you a championship. Didn't he win 2? Pitch to UL. There's a little looper in the left center field. Orsolak picks it up off a hop. And that is the 4th hit for the Expos. Here's Andre Dawson. Got himself a single. Just one, yeah. Washington not a threat to steal. There's a fly ball, left center field. Back goes Wynn. He should have this track down. He does. And Washington goes back to first. 1 out for Hubie Brooks, who has a single. There's a fly ball, right center field. Win. 2 out. The Pirates will get good again at some point. Here's Francona. Has a 0 for 1. Reached on an error and drove in his 21st. Well, fielder's choice. And drove in the lone run of the ball game. Pitch from Wynn. Francona down the line and right. Brown will cut it off. That's a single for Terry. Washington doesn't stop at second. He's on his way to third. He's going to test Brown's arm. And Montreal asks, well, what can Brown do for you? Well, they'll take the extra base. So 5th hit for the Expos. Here's Tim Wallach. Wallach got plunked by Wynn in the second. So Washington on third, Francona on second, or first. Wynn winds and deals, and Wallach punches that one into right. That's a single. Washington will score. Francona will go to third, and the throw goes in the infield. 2-0 Montreal. So, Mr. Howard, a question for you. Herm Whittingham, by the way, 0 for 1. Starting next year, Apple TV gets the entire MLS package. There will be no local broadcasts or video broadcasts of any kind. There might be a few games on ESPN. You are a huge Seattle Sounder fan. Would you subscribe to Apple TV just to watch the Sounders? I'm very curious about that. Pitch to throw to first. Wallach isn't going anywhere. And he's even less likely than now. 2-0 Expos here in the third. Pitch to Herm. Chopper. Thompson and Wynn converge. It's going to be Thompson right at the line. Takes it to the bag himself, and that will not be there. He didn't get there in time. Oh, Miska Muska Mouseketeer. I'm not sure what happened there. Thompson went to keep it himself. I'm not sure he saw Wynn, who was right by the bag. And just that little hesitation by Thompson, Whittingham, who has good speed, essentially steals first base, and it's 3-0 Montreal. Wowzers, 2 out for Fitzgerald is 0 for 1. So Wallach on second, Whittingham on first. Pitch from Wynn. Fitzgerald into left field. Wallach will round third. Orsolak's got a good arm. And Buck Rogers from the 25th century is going to send home Wallach with 2 out. Orsolak Throws for the plate. It's going to be close. Pena got the tag on him. How about that? Tony Pena, one of the best in the business. The throw was in the area code. And Pena got the tag on Wallach. And that will retire the side. The Expos get 2 or at least 2 hits. They leave 2 on after 3. Montreal 3. Pittsburgh nothing. So Thompson, Brown, and Pena. Todd B says the Pirates do have some good young players. Keep an eye on shortstop prospect O'Neal Cruz. 6'7" and plays short? And 220 pounds. He must pound the ball. Mr. Howard says yes. Their non-network ESPN Fox Sports 1 games are on Amazon right now, so not much of a change, and I'll be able to watch Ted Lasso. I was told before I look. You're almost famous. Wasn't that a movie? We'd like to thank Tyron Games 29 for being a bot and getting banned. Congratulations. You don't win a cookie. Jason Thompson, by the way, is 0 for 1. I'm not sure I got to say what I wanted to say. Ted Lasso, I think it's the last season for that. And I love Jason Sudeikis. Pitch to Thompson, who's 0 for 1. Line drive to Washington, 1 out. Todd, over 5,000 people have watched me here on Twitch, and so I'm sure that you are quite famous. Here's Mike Brown. He's 0 for 1. Mike was absent on picture day. Brown line drive over Washington, and the Pirates have their first hit. Gibby Brooks made the late leap but couldn't get there. And that'll bring up Pena, who walked. So first hit for Pittsburgh comes with 1 out. Not 1 out. 1 out in the 4th. Left field. Range in the corner. And he makes the catch by the bullpens. 2 out. He must, that Cruz kid that you're talking about for Pittsburgh, he must 6'7" and play short. That would have to be, wouldn't he be I don't know, never heard of an infielder that tall outside of, a pitcher. Ratings can change. A truly great show, D. Scott Howard says. Absolutely. Win is 0 for 1. Ground ball to Brooks. Hubie goes to the bag, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors. Bottom 4, 3-0 Montreal. Frank Howard was an outfielder, but didn't he move to first base? He'd be the only one else I could think of that could be that tall. Judge is 6'6", but he's an outfielder. Aaron plays right field, right? Standings. Halfway through the 4th inning, the Dodgers now are contesting for the best record in all of baseball. They have a 15-game lead on Houston. Please get D. Scott Howard's pacemaker all set for these standings. Cincinnati and San Francisco, man, I did not expect the National League races to be this far gone. St. Louis has only won 5 of 10, but they've won 2 straight. Montreal has gotten some ground out, but they're still 9.5 back. And that's it. There's only 4 teams in the National League at 500 or better. Even the American League West has 3. Kansas City now 5.5 over Oakland. The Royals have lost 2 straight. And in the East, we did the doubleheader yesterday. Toronto swept Baltimore, so 1 game over Boston, 4 over the Yankees, 5 over Detroit, And although 7.5 isn't the end of the world for Baltimore, they really went the wrong way. Now, I think the NL West is well over. We have 7 weeks to go. Brandon Smith is 0 for 1 as we start the bottom of the 4th. Ground ball to Khalifa. Sammy makes a great stop in the hole. Long throw to first. 1 out. So Wynn, an emergency starter because the computer John messed up yesterday. 18 batters, 3 1/3 innings, 65 pitches, 8 hits, and 3 earned runs. The real starter was Rick Russell, but for whatever reason, the computer used him for 7 pitches yesterday, and so his pitch count today was 20. And so, going through the quick daily starters list, Wynn was available. Why the computer would do that, especially after the strike, so everyone had 2 days off. Here's Timmy Raines. Timmy 1 for 2, a bunt single. Walked him. So Wynn misses on a 3-0 fastball high and outside. 1 out for UL Washington, who was 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Raines just goes. Pena will throw it down to Khalifa, and Timmy is gone. So we told you Pena had a gun, and Tony just Howard said that one down to short, and Khalifa got the tag on. 2 out. My 78 replay Red Sox and Todd B's replays hanging in 24 and 20, scoring 5. Yeah. They are the Dean Smith of professional baseball in that era. They could score 90 and give up 86. And the Red Sox could score 5, 6, 7, give up 4, 5, and 6 and win. 24 and 20. What year Yankee team are you using? 77 or 78? Or 80, because that was a 100-win team as well. Washington 1 for 2. Ground ball to Ray. Johnny over to first. And UL is retired. After 4, no runs, no hits, no errors. The caught stealing. 3-0 Montreal. 78 Yanks as well. I honestly think that's the best of the Yankee team of that bunch. As much as I loathe to say it. Khalifa, by the way, 0 for 1. Khalifa winning Orsulak to face Smith here in the 5th. Fly ball left field. Raines coming in. 1 out. Jim is 0 for 1. Smith winds and deals. Another ground ball to third. Wallach. 2 out. Smith throwing a 1-hitter so far. Here's Orsulak. So 18 batters, 70 pitches for Bryn. 4 2/3 innings, a walk and a strikeout. And Orsulak is 0 for 2. 80 Orioles, 82 Brewers, Harvey Wallbangers, and 79 Tigers are surprising. The only one I would say out of that bunch that would surprise me would be the 79 Tigers. You knew the 80 Orioles were going to be good when the Brewers went to the World Series. That was Sparky's first year in Detroit, right? Pitch to Orsulak. Drops one down. Fitzgerald throws to Washington covering, and that is the inning. Halfway home on a Thursday afternoon. No runs, no hits, no errors. Montreal leads the Pirates 3-0. If you joined us late, here's how we got here. Expos 3 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. The Pirates just had the 1 hit. In the first, Terry Francona with a fielder's choice to make it 1-0 Montreal. Pirates loaded the bases in the second, a walk and 2 errors, and got a bagel. In the third, Tim Wallach with an RBI single to make it 2-0 Montreal. Then Herm Whittingham singled home Terry Francona to make it 3-0. So Jim Wynn, not the toy cannon, gets the emergency start for the Pirates. 8 hits through 4, 3 runs all earned, and a walk. While Bryn Smith, Mr. Frito-Lay, 1 hitter through 5, a walk and a strikeout. They have both thrown 71 pitches. Andre Dawson is 1 for 2 with a single. Yeah, come and see the world's tallest shortstop. Absolutely. I love 6'7". I'm trying to think, was there any other infielders that weren't pitchers that were naturally that tall? Or natural infielders? Brewers' pitching is god-awful. They outscore you like Boston, yeah. And, of course, in real life, they lose Raleigh Fingers on Labor Day. It'll be interesting, Big Dave says, how long they keep Cruz at shortstop. It'll definitely take a toll on his body. Where's he from, Todd? Was that a foreign signing, or is he American or college player or what? And we'll have an order. Yeah, I'll take an order of jumbo shrimp. Would be absolutely. Dawson is a single, 1 for 2. Now he's got more than that. That's all the way in the corner. Orchlak's got to finish it out. Dawson has 2. The throw to Ray, or throw to Khalifa. And Andre is in there with his 11th double of the year. Madlock dove for it, but by the time he realized he had to, it was almost past him. Jimmy Brooks is 1 for 2 with a single. That's the 9th hit for Montreal. Ground ball to Sammy. Khalifa across the way. 1 out. Dawson holds for Francona. Terry has an RBI. 1 for 2 on the fielder's choice. And a run scored. And he draws a strikeout, a 1-2 changeup that he got caught watching. 2 out. Here's Wallach. Timmy has an RBI single. He's 1 for 1. Wallach draws the walk. Full count curve, Miss Lowen outside. So 2 out for Whittingham. Herm 1 for 2 with an RBI. First and second, 2 out here in the 5th. So Pena and Wynn have a conversation. Jim delivers. Struck him out. So Whittingham looks at strike 3, and that will retire the side. Expos 3-2. No runs, a hit, no errors. After 5, 3-0 Montreal. So Ray, Madlock, and Thompson to face Smith here in the 6th. Bryn starts the frame. Ground ball to Francona. Tito Jr., 1 out. Brings up Madlock. Cruz is from the Dominican, so he didn't play American college ball. Yeah, you would think with someone with that frame, I would just think that shortstop would just be the worst position. Not his weight. 220 actually almost seems underweight for someone that size. Madlock is 0 for 2. Not Matlock, so don't ask for any hot dogs or Don Knotts reunions. Bill, line drive to Washington, 2 out. Here's Thompson. Jason is 0 for 2. The draft must be coming up soon for Major League Baseball if it hasn't already happened. In the left center, Whittingham rides the Schwinn and comes in to make the catch. And that'll do it for a win. Rod Scurry coming in to pitch. After 5.5, 3-0 Montreal. So Scurry, a pure reliever, making his 33rd appearance of the year. 29 years old, a fastball pitcher at 97. He throws it hard, does the lefty, and a ground ball pitcher. Against the Expos, his fourth appearance, an inning and a third, a hit, a run it was earned, and he struck out 4. No record. He last pitched against the Phillies last night, coming off the strike. It went 1/3 of an inning, 7 pitches, a hit, and that's it. So overall, 35 and a third, 26 hits, 11 runs, 10 earned, 7 homers. He's walked 26 and struck out 37. Record-wise, 2-1 with 2 saves, and a good ERA at 2.55. Brings up Mike Fitzgerald. He'll be the one to greet him. He is 1 for 2 with a single. Pitcher Spot Smith is going to hit, obviously, throwing a one-hitter, and then Raines. Scurry starts his night with a base hit into right center field. Wynn will cut it off, and Hold fits 2-1 bag. And you know it's coming here. Smith will bunt. Matlock and Thompson playing for it. Smith squares. Scurry scampers off the mound. Over to Ray covering for the out. So it's 1-4 on the sacrifice. Now, if I was Todd B., I would have said that Rod scurried off the mound. But I don't do cheap puns like that. Here's Tim Raines. Timmy 1 for 2. He is walked and singled. Speaking of Todd B., did you make your wife sausage yet? Ground ball to short. Khalifa over to Thompson. Fitzgerald will hold. Puns are fun. Yes, they are. 2 out. Hopefully, we miss baseball demos in these streams, by the way. UL Washington is 1 for 3. Too hot. It is 75 here in Burlington. Gonna rain tonight. UL 1 for 3. He has scored twice. Washington strikes out. So Scurry got him to swing and a miss, and that will do it for the 6th. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 man left. 8-4, or 3-0 Montreal. Helps if you look in the right column. Brown, Pena, and Wynn, W-Y-N-N-E, for Pittsburgh here in the 7th. Mike is 1 for 2 with a single. Mariners and Sounders were both home across the street from each other Tuesday night. Oh! Attendance, the Mariners drew 15,000. The Sounders, 31,000. And parking was $50 a car. Wow. Pitch to Brown. Mike has a base hit in the left field. Raines gets it on a couple hops. Throws it quickly in the infield, and that's only the 2nd Pirate hit. Tony Pena is 0 for 1 with a walk. Pitch from Smith. Chopper to first. Francona, his only play is himself, and Pena is retired. So 1 out. Brown to 2nd. And here comes Wynn. Marvell is 0 for 2. Late to the party. How you doing, Matt? 3-0 Expos here in the 7th. Last live stream of the week. Red Sox and Yankees are the next game. Whether that's on tape over the weekend or live on Tuesday, don't know yet. Pitch to Wynn. Walked him. So all of a sudden, the Pirates find themselves with 1 out in the top of the 7th with a tying run at the plate and Sammy Khalifa. Sam is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. The lone strikeout from Brendan Smith. Might be 2. Washington to Brooks for 1. Nope. Just 1, but they do get the speedy win, and there's 2 out. So let's see what the Pirates do with Rod Scurry. I imagine that they'll pinch hit for him. Hope the Kalenic kid comes back for the Mariners. Yep. Doug Frobel will pinch hit. Doug. 206 is a pinch hitter. 209, no homers, and 5 RBI. You would need to go pretty deep into your Topps Donruss Fleer collection to remember that name. So he is the tying run. Brown on third. Khalifa on first. 2 out. 7th inning. Frobel lines this one into right. Brown will score. Frobel digging for 2, and he is in there. How about that? His 6th of the year. And that brings up Joe Orsulak, who's 0 for 3. Smith opening 27 on 105 pitches. 6 2/3, 3 hits. 2 walks and a strikeout. Bryn deals. It's a short. Brooks only play is to first. And Orsulak is safe because the ball got away from Francona. A bad throw that skipped. It hit Terry's shoulder. And it's 3-2 with 2 out. That's the 3rd error from the Expos. And so Frobel is the tying run at 3rd. Orsulak with good speed is on first. D. Scott Howard says M's have a few good-looking young fellows. Same result so far, though. So Ray is 0 for 3, and it's now a 1-run game with 2 out here in the top of the 7th. Smith fuming on the mound. Fitzgerald has to go and calm him down. And Ray pops it up right side, foul territory. Francona by the dugout, and Terry, no, that hit. And somebody from Laval will make that catch. So the count to Ray is 2-2. Smith from the stretch. Popped up. Fitzgerald goes back to the screen. And that is a souvenir. Somebody from Chateaugay, New York made that catch. See, it's my neck of the woods. You could have 50 foul balls and I can come up with a community name. So 2-2 the count. Smith deals. Base hit. We're tied up. Dawson picks it up. Frobel will score. The Expos defense is playing like Swiss cheese. Orsulak goes to 3rd. So of the 3 runs the Pirates have here in the 7th, only 1 is earned. And that was a nice at-bat. Here's Matlock. Bill is 0 for 3. So Orsulak on 3rd, Ray on 1st, and a 3-3 tie. Top of the 7th. Line drive, left field, Raines has it. Stretch time, 3-3. Yep, it's a crime that Matlock didn't get a hit. He'll go console himself with a hot dog, though. Pat Clements is over from the Angels. He's been here a week. And has now pitched 4 times against the Expos. 5 1/3, 3 hits, an earned run, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. He pitched last night in the Pirates' 5-3 win over the Phillies. 2 innings, 24 pitches, 2 walks and a strikeout. 23 years old, fastball at 88 and a standard pitcher. 7 1/3 innings, 3 hits. The solo shot came against the Expos back a week ago in Pittsburgh. He walked 3 and struck out 5. And remember, for every standard pitching change you have is brought to you by Chevron. You can pay me now or pay me later. It's Chevron. Here's Andre Dawson. So the Expos find themselves choking that 3-run lead. So it's 6-2 and even as we start the bottom of the 7th. Dawson, a single and a double. He's 2 for 3. into center field. Wynn going back. It's a big ballpark, though. 1 out. So no defensive changes for the Pirates. Clements will bat 9th. Hubie Brooks is 1 for 3 with a single. In the left center, Wynn. Range is over. 2 out. Francona, wow, 397 batting average here. We won't pinch hit for him. He is 1 for 3. Terry has a single, an RBI, and a run scored. Chopper to short. Khalifa deep in the hole. Has to hurry. Throws to first. Thompson keeps his foot on the bag, and that will retire the side. Clean inning for Clements. We go to the 8th, 3-3. So Thompson is 0 for 3. Bryn Smith fuming after that half inning. 2 unearned runs on the board for Pittsburgh. But in that running column, it all counts the same. 3-3 the score. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Pirates. They've left on 6. 3 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors for the Expos, and they have left on 8. Thompson is 0 for 3. In the right center, Whittingham. And that's going to hit the wall. I thought Whittingham had that plate heated, too. Thompson stops at second. And Bill Allman. I wonder if his nickname is Mounds. Because Almond Joy has nuts, but Bill doesn't. Here's a new runner at second, and Bill has good speed. Mike Brown is 2 for 3. He has singled twice and scored in that 7th inning. So Smith right up against it here with nobody out in the 8th. 1 earned run, and it's toasted. Bill Toasted Allman. That sounds like a Bermanism. Pitch to Brown. There's a base hit, and the Pirates are going to take a lead. Whittingham picks it up. And Allman doesn't score. Bill doesn't? Did he have some sort of procedure? Oh, I wasn't even thinking that. So they have a confab on the mound, and Smith wants Pena, who was 0 for 2 with a walk. I didn't say we needed more puns, but Todd says, nuts. Allman didn't score. So first and third, nobody out. Pena might be 2. They'll concede 1 here. Brooks. Washington for 1, and Brown slid into him. So the throw to first is not in time. So Pena's on for Marvell Wynn, and Smith wants to pitch to him as well. 1 out, 4-3 Pirates. Marvell is 0 for 2 with a walk, and yep, we're milking this. Very good. You get a... Oh, I can't think of it now, but you get a cookie. Milking that one. Pitch to Wynn. Gets away from Fitzgerald, and Pena goes to second. So 3-1 count to Wynn. Got him! He fought back, and Wynn swung on and missed on the Bugs Bunny fastball. 2 out. Goodness gracious, Buffy St. Marie. Here comes Tim Burke. Got a pitching change. This game coming to you from Olympic Stadium in Montreal. Burke is 26. He's a fly ball pitcher and a fastball pitcher at 91. 54th appearance of the year. 11-1 with 3 saves and an earned run average of 235. His 8th appearance against the Pirates, 9 1/3, 8 hits, a run earned. He walked 2 and has struck out 10 and is 3-0 against Pittsburgh. How about that? Well, an earned run average of 96, or that's .96. He faced them twice at Three Rivers, last pitching on the 5th. He got the win in a 6-5 affair. 2 innings, 27 pitches. 1 hit, a walk, and 2 strikeout. Go Spiders. Why? 57 1/3 innings, 47 hits, 17 runs, 15 earned. He's given up 3 homers. He has walked 15 and struck out 50. So Pena on second, 2 out. Burke spins and throws to Washington, and Pena's back. Khalifa is 0 for 3. Ooh, Strap just announced a Father's Day sale on window seasons. Nice. Oh, Sammy Khalifa, a.k.a. Benny Stefano. That sounds like a soap opera thing. Khalifa waves it back and forth. Burke, ground ball to third. Wallach over to first. That's a nice sale, and that will retire the side. So Sixto Lezcano comes in to play left field for, as Billy Allman Brothers Day is done. Lezcano was an 8 10 out there, by the way. So after 7 1/2, 1 run, the Pirates go ahead. 2 hits and no errors. On free shipping on orders over 100. Yeah, if you need free shipping for your window seasons. 20% off 3 or more seasons. Okay. Wallach singled and drove in his 67th run. Clement starts the 8th. Wallach with a base hit into left field. Lezcano tested immediately. Throws it back in. Here's Winningham. Herm 1 for 3, a single and RBI. Steeler fan might take advantage of that sale. Herm. Into right center. Win going back. 1 out. For Fitzgerald, Mike is 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles. Work on deck, so you know they'll pinch hit for him. Pena and Clements have a word. Base hit left center field. That's extra bases. Wallach may actually score from this. He'll round third and hold on the double by Fitzgerald. So second and third, 1 out. And they're going to pinch hit. Who can hit a lefty? The switch hitter, Mitch Webster, hitting .250 as a pinch hitter. .259 with 4 homers and 17 RBI. And if you walk him, you have Tim Raines on deck. So as bad as the Expos looked in the 7th inning, remember they are playing the Pirates, and so anything can happen. Infield playing in, outfield playing back. 1 out, 8th inning, 4-3 Pirates. Pitched, well, Pena and Clemens trying to get on the same page. Pat from the stretch. That should, or maybe not, that's pretty shallow. Lezcano has it. Wallach tags and scores without a throw. And the game is tied. They brought in Lezcano because he has a cannon of an arm. And on a shallow fly ball, Wallach scored without a throw. 2 out, 4-4. For Raines, who was 1 for 3. Fitzgerald on second. He is still rated a 10. He's an 8 and a 10 out and left. Wow, the random number generator not kind to the Pirates. Pitch to Raines. Chops it foul, third base side. And the count is full, 3-2. No, we don't normally do that for that, and I'm not sure what day we're doing the show. So, Black Friday is the only one that we specifically do because we don't want the shows to be dated either. I know Action's got a pretty good sale, and I think Replay has their 50s baseball seasons because so many of us grew up in the 50s. Reigns 1 for 3, full count, 2 out, 8th inning, tie game. Got him! Oh! He swung on and missed, and that is the inning. So the Expos leave a runner on. They do tie the ball game on 2 hits and no errors. We go to the 9th, 4-4. It will be Jeff Reardon. 5-2, 28 saves, a 141 earned run average. 54th appearance, 8th time against the Pirates, 8 2/3, 2 hits, a walk, 4 strikeouts, 1-0 the record, and he is the pitcher of record now with 4 saves. The Terminator last pitched on the 5th, so he hasn't pitched since the strike. And that 6-5 win over the Pirates at Three Rivers, 2 clean innings with a strikeout. So overall, 63 2/3, 39 hits, 16 runs, 10 earned, the 1 homer, 21 walks, 50 strikeouts. 30 years old, a ground ball plus pitcher. Fastball tops out at 89. Aunt Becky, kind of like that poster of Lori Loughlin circa 1990, is timeless. If you have a poster of Kimmy on your wall, you're there. All right, we can watch it later on Twitch as well. They're up for 2 weeks, but back to work you go. 4-4 tie in the 9th. It won't be Clements, I guarantee it. Lee Mazzilli coming in to pinch hit, 297, no homer, 6 RBI, 289 and 2 RBI as a pinch hitter. Reardon starts the 9th with a walk. So you just go to my channel and there's a 2-week library here because I don't have 75 viewers. And I haven't streamed for 25 hours in the last month, but I have streamed the right amount of days. So there is always a 2-week window on Twitch. Lescano at 227, by the way, 3 homers and 14 RBI. Go ahead, run is Mazzilli. Reardon's pitch. Ground ball to first. What's Francona going to do? He's going to let Mazzilli go to second. Lescano's retired, 3 unassisted. Brings up Johnny Ray, who's 1 for 4. Johnny with a single and RBI. 1 out. 4-4 tie in the 9th. They are not going to walk Ray. He hits a ground ball to Washington. UL goes to third to get Mazzilli. What a heads-up play. He obviously had the runner at first, but with that runner on third, Wallach hollered for it, and Washington threw it to third. So the rare 4-5 putout. Yeah, really. Here it is again. Mazzilli is not a slow runner. And Washington took the chance, and Mazzilli was clearly tagged out. So Johnny Ray on first, 2 out. Washington, Dawson, and Brooks in the 9th for the Expos. Matlock is 0 for 4. The throw to first, and Ray is back. Johnny has 8 steals on the year. All right, Steeler fan, have a good day. Pitch to Matlock. There goes Ray. Throws down to Washington. He is safe. That's 9. Yeah, you almost swallowed your toothpick. So Ray, the go-ahead run, is now in scoring position. Allman, by the way, stayed in the game at first. Reardon goes home. Ground ball to Brooks. Cardiac time in Montreal, 4-4. Cecilio Guante, who is 6-3 with 4 saves and a 2.19 ERA, making his 48th appearance of the year. He is 25 years old, a fastball pitcher at 93, and is a standard pitcher. So this pitching change is brought to you by Chevron. 7th appearance against the Expos, 9 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. He is the pitcher of record. So 1-2 with a save against the Expo and an earned run average of 3. Montreal beat him on the 5th in that 6-5 game, an inning in the 3rd, 28 pitches, 1 hit, 1 run, a walk, and a strikeout. The run was earned. Guante, maybe the best pitcher on the Pirates, 78 innings, 47 hits, 20 runs, 19 earned, 21 walks, 56 strikeouts. Washington, Dawson, and Brooks here in the 9th. Pitch to UL. Got him. Curve ball inside on the black, 1 out. For Andre Dawson, who is 2 for 4. Celio. Right? Is that where you're going with that? Celio. Dawson has a double. He's going to hit a ground ball to short. Khalifa over to first. 2 out. It's amazing how the minds work. How you doing, Brad? Hubie Brooks. We're 1 out away from free baseball here. Hubie 1 for 4. Guante deals. There's a line drive that Johnny Ray will make the catch on, and that's it. Is that a whiz at short? Yes, it is. We played 9. Extra innings on a Thursday afternoon. No runs, no hits, no errors. Pirates 4, Expos 4. So Billy Allman, who was born a traveling man at 258, 7 homers, and 30 RBI. Reardon starts the 10th. Got him. He swung on and missed the fastball on a 2-2 count. Here's Brown. Mike 3 for 4. He has singled thrice and scored once. Base hit left field. Raines will pick it up. And so for Brown, that's his 4th hit today. Here's Pena. Tony is 0 for 3. He has walked and driven in a run. 1 out here in the 10th, 4-4. There goes Brown. The throw down to Washington is in time. They got him. So Fitzgerald cuts down Brown trying to steal second, and there's 2 out for Pena. Tony 0 for 3, a walk and an RBI. Ground ball right side. Dawson picks it up. So the potential winning run, Brown was almost there with every little step. Bobby's with the Yankees, right? No, the Padres. Here's Wynn. He's 0 for 3, a walk and a strikeout. In the left, Raines coming in. And we'll bless him down in Africa as we go to the bottom of the 10th. No runs, 2 hits. They leave a runner on after 9.5, 4-4. Yep, you know it. There we go. And today's sing-along. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. 9 left on. 4 runs for the Expos, 12 hits and 3 errors. And that's the reason why we're still here. They've left on 9. Francona 1 for 4. A single, an RBI, a run scored, and a strikeout. Guante starts his 2nd inning. Line drive right field. Brown will pick it up. He'll hold Francona to a single as Bobby just knew where to play that one. Or Mike, you got me doing it. So here's Wallach. Tim is 2 for 2. He has singled twice, driven in a run, scored his 52nd and walked. Guante throws to first. Yeah, infield to Bell Biv DeVoe. Wow. So Guante, his first name is a Phil Collins song. His last name is a guacamole dip. There's an avocado dip. That girl, that infield is poison. Thank you. Wallach got him. He swings and misses on the 1-2 fastball, 1 out. Whittingham is 1 for 4 with an RBI and a strikeout. Allman, by the way, is a 4, and you won't hear musical stylings like this on a Fortnite stream. And so, with Madlock a 3 at third, and Allman a 4 at first, and Khalifa and Ray just slightly above average, that infield is indeed poison. Pitch to Whittingham. There's a ground ball to Ray. They're not going to get Francona. They will get Francona. Khalifa makes the play, and Larry McWilliams is going to pitch. So Guante's day is done. Whittingham, the winning run, is on first and can run. Pickle Rick Girl is too busy down in Brookline at the U.S. Open there, Dave. Larry McWilliams is 31 years old, making his 24th appearance of the year. Fastball pitcher, 87, and a fly ball plus pitcher, 4-11 for the Pirates in the replay with a 5.30 ERA. With those kind of numbers, it'll be Pickle Rick Girl time in no time. 5 appearances against the Expos, 3 starts, 16 and a third innings, 20 hits, 16 runs, 15 earned, walked 4, struck out 2, 1-2 with an earned run average of 8.27. He last pitched, well, the Expos just Christmas treated him. In 2/3 of an inning, he threw 41 pitches, 6 hits, 8 runs, all earned, 2 homers, and 2 walks. The very definition of a Christmas tree performance by Larry McWilliams. So much so that Andy Williams and Perry Como performed Old Holy Night while watching it. 122 in the third innings for Larry, 137 hits, 80 runs, 72 earned, now has given up 10 homers. He has walked 53 while striking out 51. Every time that Dave mentions a hot tub, you envision Eddie Murray as James Brown in the hot tub. Hot tub. So Whittingham, the winning run. Fitzgerald is 3 for 4, 2 singles and a double. And my favorite fake James Brown song, Living with a Hernia. I feel bad. Those people who had to go back to work have no idea what they're missing. Throw to first, Whittingham is back. McWilliams walked him. So first and second now, and now you got a pinch hit for Reardon. Yeah, James Brown did give a great performance in Dr. Detroit. Who can hit a lefty? Oh. Well, it's either going to be Scott Thompson or Vance Law. We're going to go with Law. Vance is a pinch hitter. 667, a homer, and 2 RBI. Overall, 265, 10 homers, and 40 RBI. Remember, the Expos were supposed to face Rick Russell, but the computer jobbed Russell. So Whittingham on second, Fitzgerald on first. He can sit in the Adirondack chair with 2 out. The only run that matters now is Winningham. Matlock and Law. Now, only if they went to L.A., right? Susan Day? Uh-huh. So, Law, 265, 10 homers, 40 RBI, and Winningham with great speed can score on a single. McWilliams deals. That's a line drive to right. Brown in the corner. And the game will go on because he makes the catch to retire the side. No runs. A hit. The Expos strand 2. After 10, 4-4. So they'll go for the defensive upgrade and eat the pinch hitter spot. Roberge will get 1 inning here. Has a save, 25 appearances, 31 years old, a fastball pitcher at standard. You know now where to get your gas. 85-mile-an-hour fastball. Roberge, second appearance against the Pirates, an inning and a third and a hit and a strikeout. Todd, yeah, because you manually play all your games out, right? A 15-inning game the other night. And at that point, you just pray it would end. He last pitched against the Pirates on the second, a 6-2 win. Went an inning and a third, 18 pitches, a hit and a strikeout. So overall, 25 2/3, 13 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned. A homer came against the Padres on the 17th of May. Walked 8, struck out 10. And his earned run average is 175. Khalifa, pitcher spot, and Lescano for the Pirates here in the 11th. Base hit into center field. Glad that worked out. So what will they... Well, McWilliams obviously is not going to hit. It'll be Steve Kemp. Steve at 264, no homers and 16 RBIs, but as a pinch hitter, hitting .500 with 2. 4-4, top the 11th. Pirates and Expos from Olympic Stadium. Kemp, ground ball to Roberge. Law for 1, Francona for 2. So 1-4-3 on the double play, 2 out for Lescano, who's 0 for 1. And if Dave is missing Hot Tub Girl, he can sing his favorite Belinda Carlisle song, Darling, Leave the Lycra On For Me. Lescano into left field. Raines going back. Is he going to have a play? No, it's off the wall. Sixto has 2. He's going to hold with a double. And the go-ahead run is on. 2 outs for Johnny Ray. He is 1 for 5. A single, an RBI, and a stolen base. Kemp did have some nice years with the Tigers. You're right. 10th hit for the Pirates. Expos have 13. Raines, pinch hitter, and Dawson for the Expos in the bottom of the 11th. Roberge in the left center. Winningham will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Lily's brother Dave is on the hill. Dave, he's only here till tomorrow. But somehow we got a picture for him. 36 years old. This one's been a good one, and I wouldn't call the Expos a bottom feeder. They may not catch the Cardinals, but they are 61 and 46. Dave is 36 years old. Fastball at 83 and his standard pitcher. Well, he pitched against the Expos on the third. 2/3 of an inning, 30 pitches, 2 hits, 3 runs, walked 2, and struck out 1. And his earned run average, by the way, is 40.5. Nothing standard about that. Raines 1 for 4. Tomlin deals. Down the line, Madlock can't get there. Lescano does, and Raines is going for 2. The throw to second is not in time. And so Raines, the winning run, is in scoring position. And so it's Scott Thompson, who was 3 for 3, 1 for 1 as a pinch, and an RBI. He can't bunt, but he just wants to move the line along for Andre Dawson. Thompson in the left center. Wynn comes in. Wynn will make the catch. 1 out. Raines will hold. The throw goes into third. And that'll bring up Andre Dawson. Andre is 2 for 5. He has a single and a double. 1 out, 11th inning, 4-4. Expos trying to walk this off for their 62nd win. If we go to the 12th inning, Madlock, Allman, and Brown. Dawson gets away from Pena, but it won't go far enough. And so Raines bluffed but did not go. The count now 1-2. Tomlin throws to second, and Raines is caught leading, and they got him. Are you kidding me? I didn't tell him to run. He went on his own, and Tomlin picks him off. It's one of those rare play games. We had a runner thrown out from third by the second baseman, and now you got a 1-4-5 pickoff. So Tomlin felt like he was a sacrificial lamb here. He's 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. Here's Dawson, a 1-2 count. Base running 101. A 1-4, yeah. It's a pickle-off, yeah. Were you here for the 4-5 play earlier in the game? Base hit right side. So that cost the Expos the win, at least on the first chance, because Raines would have scored. The 15th hit for the Expos. Here's Shuby Brooks. He's 1 for 5. Yeah, oopsie daisy. Yeah. 3 errors charged to Montreal. And some mental ones as well that don't go on the sheet. Throw to first. Dawson better keep glued there. So Tomlin, for the moment, is okay. Fires to Brooks, and he walked him. So first and second, 2 out, and frankly, a game that should be over. Terry Francona is 2 for 5. He has singled twice, driven in a run. That was on a fielder's choice, and scored. And he struck out as well. Dawson, with good speed, a single should win the ballgame. But my favorite cousins, shoulda, coulda, and woulda, are on vacation. Pitch, Pena goes out to talk to Tomlin. Francona will win the ball game as it drops in front of Wynn. Dawson rounds third, and his next stop is St. Catherine Street. The Expos pull it out 5-4. Yeah, Raines probably reaching his back pocket before that blunder. So Terry Francona pulls the Expos out of the fire, and they win this one by the score of 5-4. And would you look at the time of the game? 4 hours and 20 minutes. So, 5 runs, 16 hits, and 3 errors for Montreal. The Tribe wins. Yes, it's a win for the Tribe. It's a win for the Guardians, and maybe even the Phillies, too. 4 runs, 10 hits, and no errors for The Pirates, they fall to 48-57. The Expos go to 62-46. Terry Francona ends this affair 3 for 6 and had 2 RBI. He's our player of the game. Bryn Smith, 7 2/3, 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned. He walked 2 and struck out 2. Bert Roberge gets the win, his first decision of the year. Lily Tomlin, 2/3 of an inning, 3 hits, and that's the way that went. So, a good ball game between these two teams. So, the Expos, Reardon and Roberge, by the way, had minus stuff. Before we get to that, here's a look at the National League leaders. The Expos are pitching well, and they're fielding well, although not well today. My pleasure, Todd B. All right, rest of this day in baseball for you. It was Friday the 9th of August, 1985. Mets beat the Cubs 7-3. Ron Darling, 9-9 now. Lee Smith takes the loss, 2-5. Keith Hernandez, 2 for 4 with a double. The Cardinals don't lose any ground. They beat the Phillies 7-3. Joaquin Andujar, 2 for 4, his 10th of the year, and he drives in 2. Yankees beat the Red Sox in 11, 8-6. Come on. Back you go. There you go. Righetti, 4-4. Montclair, 0-2. They pound out 17 hits, does New York. Ricky Henderson, 3 of those with 2 homers. And now he's 20 on the year, and he drives in 4. Cleveland beats Detroit 4-3. Clark beat Jack Morris, who was pitching to the score again. Alan Trammell, 2 for 4, his 10th of the year. Toronto's leading the AL East is now 2. They beat Kansas City 7-3. Dave Stieb, 17-5. Bud Black, 11-8. Jesse Barfield, 2 for 4, 18th of the year, drives in 3. Chicago beats Milwaukee 5-4-11. Bob James, 8-4. Raleigh Fingers, 0-5. The other Law, 2 for 4, his 4th of the year, and drives in 2. California, despite 17 hits from the Twins, remember, Brent Blylev a no-hit California the day before. California gets advantage 10-8. Jeff Zahn, his first one of the year. Frank Viola falls to 7-12. Bobby Grich, 3 for 4, 2 doubles and 2 RBI. Birds beat Texas 2-1. Flanagan goes to 3-2. Charlie Huff, 14-9. Alan Wiggins didn't like his defensive jokes yesterday. He was pretty insulted. 3 for 4, triple and a stolen base. Houston and San Diego split a doubleheader. Padres win the first 7-2. Dave Dravecky beats Nolan Ryan. Kurt Bavacqua, a 3-run homer was the difference in that one. Game 2, Houston takes a nightcap 7-4. Mike Scott beats Eric Shao. One of the Davises, 2 for 4 with 11th of the year. Seattle, 16 hits. They beat the A's 9-2. Moore beats Don Sutton, and Al Cowens goes 4 for 5. Dodgers beat the Reds 6-4. That lead is now 15.5. Jay Howell, 2-6. John Franco falls to 2-5. Pedro Guerrero, his 21st of the year and 3 walks. Atlanta beats San Francisco 5-2 in 12. Rick Camp, 5-3. Jeff Coat falls to 1-1, and Rob Deere with his 5th of the year. All right. I believe, because I think I got a Sunday game too, the tape game is going to be the Red Sox and the Yankees. Tuesday, Toronto and Kansas City. Do I have a game scheduled for the 13th? No. So Toronto, KC, Kansas City, Boston, and Montreal and St. Louis. So that's what's on the live docket. Yankees, Red Sox will tape sometime over the weekend. I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you the next time.